Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here to discuss the grand finale of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under Season 3. So, LaCresha, what did you think of this season as a whole?
Um, Not as enduring as last season, but it was still a really good season.
It was meh for me.
It was mid.
Yeah, it had its high points, but it was just there was a lot of producers,
Nonsense.
a lot of producers stirring the pot. I don't like seeing the producers' hands, and we saw it
Mm.
quite a few times with some of the decisions
It
that were
was
made.
literally like in the shot like this.
Yes, it's like that
Um,
one thing on Big Brother where you saw them push one of the people off the board so they don't win.
mm,
That's what I feel like. We're just watching them purposely push people off, and it didn't make sense.
mm-hmm.
But overall, I thought this was a decent season, better than season one. I could say that.
Yes.
Season two
Not
was still
better
that
than
girl.
season 2.
Season two was that girl,
Yes.
but season three was better than season one.
Season 2 was Beyonce, and everybody else is like
Okay, if we're
Kelly
gonna do
and
that
yeah.
reference, season two was Beyonce. Season three is
Yes.
Kelly. Season one
Yeah.
is damn it, Farrah.
No, okay.
It's fair. We don't talk about season one, just like we don't talk about Farrah.
Yay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Everybody loves Beyonce. Beyonce is international.
International, honey. So it's right after Hollywood's wrongful elimination last week.
Okay. I was so mad about that.
They come in, they're cheering, yay, we made top three. They read Hollywood's
Annoyed me.
message and they sit down on the couch. And I'm glad Floor said it. She's like, I don't understand. Like, I was looking at her the whole time. I was captivated. Like, she was really turning the party. Like, she didn't say that, Gabrielle didn't deserve to be here, but she was highly implying that, hey, Hollywood should still be here.
Yes.
And I would have been highly implying that as well. Because Hollywood
Yeah.
should still be there.
Hollywood should still be there.
Honestly, if it was me, all four of them would have just went to the finale. Like, why not?
Exactly. And I don't understand why that would have been an issue.
That is. But anyway, so Isis and Floor was congratulated for winning a challenge. And then apparently Gabriella Labucci is drinking that same delusional tea that Lucy LaDuca was drinking. Because now she's talking about, oh, I had one maxi and two mini, so I had 3 challenge wins.
No, that's not how
That's
that
not
works.
how that works.
That's some season.
That was this year. That was
I
this
know.
year. 15.
Season 15 logic, because I don't know where in the world they got off
Well,
with
you know how that we got
the mini challenges count. Since the mini challenges counted.
So, they have the girl math going on TikTok right now. This is
Yes.
drag queen math.
Drag queen math.
Drag queen math. We're going to include the mini challenges. No, we're not.
You know what? If it makes you feel good, honey.
Because if we're going to include the mini challenges, that means Electra Bionic, the winner of Italia season 1, did have challenge wins then. Because she won like 3 mini challenges. Now, granted, Electra should have had, we're going to talk about Italy. Electra should have had some of those wins, but the truck driver don't know what she's doing. And now I'm hearing rumors that the promos for season 3 is supposed to drop next week. But I will say the truck driver did better on season 2, so I'm a little bit more optimistic going into 3. But anyway, Gabriella, please put the tea down. Please put the delusional tea
It took
down.
me so long to figure that out.
Huh?
So why did it take me so long to figure that
That I
out?
was talking about the host.
Yes. Like, I knew you were talking about the host, but it took me a minute to remember why you were calling them the truck
Yeah,
driver.
because they called Avant-Garde a freaking truck driver and then got
And
mad
I
that they got
remember
mad.
that.
No.
Okay, and I would have tried to leave too.
Baby, forget all y'all. You know what? Yeah, I'll lip sync for a disqualification. Come on. You're a champion. Baby, don't play with me. Anyway, So it's the next day in the workroom. They're doing cartwheels and all excited to be the top 3. They're chatting, and they had they went down memory lane talking about some of the most memorable things that happened.
I don't know why they did that.
They needed to fill some time. So
They had to.
RuPaul enters the workroom and announces that they will be doing the Deep Down Under mix to her song Crying on the Dance Floor. I'm like, yay, I love a final room mix challenge. I do. And then
You do.
And then, well, we knew this last week, but she told them that it will be choreographed by the season 2 legend,
Yes.
Queen Kong.
Mother
of the house, Queen Kong.
Yes.
Big fan of Queen Kong. We both met Queen at DragCon this year. And, it felt good being recognized by somebody that I just adore. Like, it was such a great moment that I had with her, Hannah, and Spanky. So
yes,
it's just
they were all awesome and amazing, and the fact that we never met in person, but we've had I've had small conversations because I'm not interesting enough to have big conversations with. Desmond's had big conversations with Queen, but the fact that she was sitting there and she saw Desmond and was like, "Hey," and was eager to meet him, and then when she saw me, she clocked me and was waving, and then would check on me every couple of seconds, even when other fans were coming through who had the VIP tickets, and then was LaCresha and called me by name.
Yes. And I was so happy to see Spanky and Queen this episode. And, rumor has it we might be seeing Hannah soon over in the UK. Wink, wink, wink.
Hey.
I can't wait to see her slay there. So it's just yes. I need more Queen. I need more Spanky. If they do another all-winner season, get Spanky there. Please get Spanky there.
Yes.
Honestly,
we need Queen Kong on somebody's All-Stars.
I feel like one of these Versus the Worlds that they're doing, I think that should be the next host for an all-winner season and bring all international winners in. So, say if Canada does it, bring Priyanka, bring Giselle, bring Isis if she wants to do it again. So, it's Canada versus the world, and then bring a whole bunch of winners from around the world. Bring Raja back again if she wants to step back in.
Hey.
And, they could follow the all-winner format and just do it as Canada versus the World, season 2, 3, 5, whatever. But, we need more of everybody on my television, please.
Yes.
So, they sit down, they write their verses, and then they go out to do their choreograph with Queen Kong in full drag.
Yes.
Full drag. Because remember when Electra Shock did it last season, she wasn't in drag.
No.
But she said, no, I'm being full drag. And then they did a little montage showing some of her best stunts and her best looks. This is one of my favorites here. This pink and black one that I got the screenshot of. This is one of my personal favorites from her last season.
Her Baps look.
Yeah, we were joined by her 2 assistants. And
what is this blurry picture?
It was supposed to be when she was sitting on the couch talking about I'm Queen Kong. Google me. They showed that moment from Untucked. Yeah. But I didn't realize it was blurry until I just saw it now. I'm like, oh.
Skip
it. But yeah, and Queen said, I made this choreography hard on purpose. Y'all gonna have to step it up. And I'm like, you better tell them.
You better work.
And for the most part, the Queens got it except for one, and it hurt seeing her not get it. I'm like, dang it. But yeah, so after the rehearsals, we get the sit-downs with Mama Ru and Michelle and their joffies. They don't have Tic Tacs, they have joffies. And I love how Gabriella just took the whole bowl. You know what? I'll just take this. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
That'll be me. I'll be like, oh, yes, I'll take one. Take the whole thing. See y'all later. And then be mad if production try to take it back from me. No, I want the full thing.
Like, for real, I was not playing.
Like, I was going to put this in my bag.
Give me some gallon bags.
I was like, give me some full so I can put it on the top, and I'm going to put it in my bag. Wrap it in some full. I could just imagine taking that through security, and they'll be like, "What's that?" A ball full of joffies.
Ma'am, sir, you're not allowed to take food.
Well, if I put it in my other bag and you close your eyes, will you forget about it? But yes, they come in on finale day. They're talking. They're starting to get ready, and we're getting that typical. Oh, it's our last day. Oh, I had this impression of you, and I'm like, yay, this conversation again. But the alarm went off, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, RuPaul, what are you finna do, baby? It's the last day. Don't do it.
Put a twist on it.
Don't do it, okay? But it was a twist I actually liked because the winner of season 2, Spanky Jackson, enters the workroom, and I'm like, oh, this was really cute. They got the chat, they got the kiki for a little bit. She gave them a little advice, and she mentioned possibly coming back to host this show. I could see it.
Yeah,
I could see it. Like if Ru decides, like, you know what, this was my last time coming down under. I can see Spanky hosting. I can see Spanky hosting. I think out of all the winners from Down Under, I think she would be the one that could get a personal relationship with the queens and, give off that feeling of acceptance. And, she's been high, she's been low, she won the show. So, yeah, I wouldn't be mad if Spanky stepped in as a host if Ru decided, you know what? Y'all can have
I would love if all three of them came and hosted the show.
So, speaking of the host, let's talk about our host, RuPaul, on the main stage. What did we think of this silver number here?
That's a lot of silver.
It's a lot of silver, but I ain't mad at it. Like,
no.
I'm like, because at first I was like, no, but then as she walked, I'm like, you know what?
It's shiny.
I can get jiggy with this.
Right. You know what? RuPaul has a thing for the square walkway. And all the international versions have like a rounded or something a little bit wider or something avant-garde. And I'm going to need Ru to get on the avant-garde rounded kick because the square is not cutting it with me.
Not too much on the square. But we are joined by just family tonight. Michelle Visage and Reese Nicholson. So it is now time for Crying on the Dance Floor, the Deep Down Under mix. First of all, what did you think of the whole performance altogether?
It was really, really obvious Floor had a timing issue.
Baby, it hurt watching her be behind. I'm like, sis, no.
If she wasn't behind, she was too far ahead in the count. I'm like, baby, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you over here they go 1, 2, and you're like, okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm like, come on, sis. But overall, I think this is probably one of my favorite Ru mixes.
Yes, because I killed it.
Like, they all had such great verses. And I love that they all sang. Like, Floor did a little rap at the end of hers. But for the most part, they all just sang. Most of the time people come in and try to be rappers. I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably would have rapped to this. But I really appreciated that they came in and they sang. And we're gonna talk about their individual verses and performances. Up first was Floor. I loved her verse.
Yes.
And when she was by herself, she was getting it.
Yes.
Now, in the group, as we discussed,
that's a whole other story.
She was either behind or she was ahead. There was a few times she forgot the choreography and she just hit one of these numbers here. And I'm like,
oh my God, did you catch that one time she went the opposite direction on the turn?
Yes. I'm like, fuck, Floor. Fuck. Come on, Floor.
They were turned this way, she turned the other way, and I was like, wait.
Come back. The other way.
The other way.
And I wonder, like, they'd shoot it twice. And I wonder if this was the first take with her having all the mistakes. And the second one, she killed it. But they're like, oh, we need to tell this story. Mm-hmm. So we're going to just show the first take.
Right. And look, and then, like, I knew it was like a short span of time that they filmed these in, and that it was a pressure cooker. But I thought, maybe 2 months, 7 weeks. 7 weeks. That's not a lot of time.
They weren't really there 7 weeks. It was more like 3.
Ouch.
Maybe 4.
Ouch.
Because it takes 2 days to shoot an episode. Sometimes 3, depending on what the challenge is. So for it to be an 8-episode season, they can knock that out in like 3 weeks. But for us, it's been 7 weeks. So when they say it on the show, like, oh yeah, I can't believe it's been 7 weeks. When really it's been like 2.5 for them. It's just all happening so fast. Now, when there's a larger cast, like season 15, that took like 2-3 months to shoot, but there was like 16 of them.
Right. And then there were like 5 episodes where nobody went home.
But they spaced it out better this time. So, yeah. No, there wasn't. No, there was everybody. Oh, now this season 14, they never went home. But 15, everybody went home. Somebody went home each week. It was just a lot of queens.
Because that season, oh my God, it was never ending.
But yes.
Like, I think that's what kind of burnt me out on Drag Race for a minute, was just that season.
But yes, back to the Down Under. Up next is Isis. She killed this. Like, the way she just flowed.
Katya vibes.
Like, the way she just flowed across that stage. She knew the choreography. She had her hair flipping just right. I think out of all the verses, hers was my least favorite. But her performance was just... That was her moment. That was her moment.
And deserved it.
And then we had Gabriella, who... Oh, that shot's blurry. But Gabriella had my favorite verse. Like, and I love how she opened up to the world and let her know, hey, I've struggled. I've had these thoughts. But I'm still here. I'm still putting my best foot forward. And I love this outfit. Like, the orange and the blue really works for me. It really does. I want this in every color.
Orange and blue.
Every color. Every color. But yes. Oh, I got this other screenshot of Flora right here because, baby, she looked good.
She did. She did look good.
Oh, she looked good. But yes, that is our top 3 who was not crying on the dance floor this season. I thought they did a great job here. My only thing is, it's only Down Under that does it. Every other freaking franchise brings all the girls back for the finale.
Right, and I was looking for it. I was waiting for it.
Rather, if it was a live finale or if it's a finale like this, the queens come back for it. But for some reason, with Down Under, all 3 seasons, the queens did not come back for the finale. And after this, it gets real boring.
Yes.
Because especially when Isis won, it was just her and Gabriella and Spanky on stage.
Right, it was like crickets.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish the eliminated queens were there, but like, yeah! You know what I'm saying? They give us something.
They brought Flora back just for,
Oh, we're going to talk about that mess. But anyway, let's go to it. The final category is Finale Eleganza Extravaganza. Up first is Floor. Beautiful. Stunning.
Yes.
Breathtaking. I love this. I love the headpiece. I love the dress. I love the accessories. The makeup, as always. This is a great finale look. Period. Yes. What did you think of this look?
I loved it. I mean, I love a corset top. The dress fit. The flare was just right. And I like the little headpiece up top.
Yeah, this is all good. Moving on to Gabriella Labucci. Baby, she walked out in this. I'm like, who is this?
What has this been all season?
Who is this? son? Who is she? You know, to reference another RuPaul song. And I love how she said that this look, before she talked about green in the pride flag, she said this is a look straight out of Emerald City because I'm the best Oz here. I'm the best that Oz has. And I'm like, I like that wordplay. I like that wordplay because, you know, Australia for short is Oz. I'm like, okay. All right, Gabriella, you got me. You got me.
You got me, gal.
You got me, gal. But yeah, this is stunning. What did you think of this look?
I loved it. And the only thing that I could think about was like, ooh, it's green. What is Michelle going to say?
And I love, we'll talk about the color later.
Kelly green that she hates. She likes Celadon. She does not like Kelly Green.
Mm-hmm. And she said, you know how I feel about the color. Well, we'll talk about that later. I'm like, yeah. And then last but definitely not least, we have Isis Avon Loren. I keep forgetting her middle name.
Isis Avis Loren.
Isis Avis Loren. It's her middle name that keeps throwing me off. I'm like, Isis Avis Loren. I have Isis Loren down. It's that Avis that throws me off. But anyway.
Look, and I wouldn't even mention it.
Now, what did we think of this finale look for Isis?
I need that. I need that dress. That's what I was thinking.
This is stunning.
I need that.
This is beautiful. And she made it. I love a seamstress. I do. This was really good. So out of all three of these looks here, who had your favorite finale look?
Isis.
I agree. It was Isis. I agree with Isis. So, RuPaul breaks everyone's heart and announces that Floor has been eliminated. Mm-hmm. And I was shocked. I was shocked because with Down Under, usually if you made it to the finale, you did the lip sync. Because season 1, all 4 of them did it. Season 2, all 3 of them lip synced. So, to get here and be like, sorry, Floor. But, you know.
Do you think it was just because how many wins did Floor have?
1.
Just the 1? And I think that might be why.
Gabriella only had 1. And she was in the bottom twice. If you want to go by track record, Floor had the better track record. Now, granted, yes, Gabriella did do better in the finale. But I most likely would have just had all 3 of them lip sync. I felt like cutting Floor here was unnecessary. And not only did they cut Floor, but they made her leave the stage.
Right.
Instead of just stepping to the back.
Standing in the back.
I'm like, wait a minute, they're making her leave? That really disturbed me. I'm like,
hurt my feelings.
I'm like, she can't even at least, like, she can't go nowhere. They're all having to go home tonight. She couldn't at least stay to watch the lip sync? But hey, so we have a top 2 of Gabriella Labucci and Isis Avis Loren. Do you agree with this top 2?
I guess, yeah.
I would have just kept all 3 at this point.
That part.
I would have just kept all 3. Now, if Hollywood would have made it through, then yeah, it makes sense to cut it to 2.
Exactly. And
but with it being the 3,
face.
I would have just been like, okay, just all 3 of you. Even though Floor clearly did not do the best in the final challenge. Because I think that was the ultimate reason.
And if Hollywood would have been there, she'd have ate her alive.
She would have. She really would have. I think she would have been in the top 2 if she would have made it.
Yes.
I really do.
They played in her face with that last episode.
So, they lip-synced to Walking on Broken Glass by Annie Lennox. Now, I consider myself an Annie Lennox fan. I've never heard this song. Have you?
Yeah. All the time. But then again, I know children. I know children and I know people with children. Therefore, I've been to a lot of dance recitals because this is a very big dance recital song where you see a bunch of girls in little tutus and their tap shoes and they go tap, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, tap, 1, 2, 3. Then they turn around and then they sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. tap, 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 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Well, I've never heard it before today. So what did you think of this final lip sync?
Oh, this was a good lip sync.
It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. We've had some bad ones this season, but it was okay. It was good. They did what they could in them gowns. I'll say that.
Exactly.
So,
which I don't think is fair.
So after the lip sync, RuPaul brings in our previously reigning queen, Spanky Jackson. What did we think of her coronation look here?
Look, it was Spanky. Spanky did Spanky.
This is stunning. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this, and I want this in every color too.
You know what? I think that would look really good in orange.
So,
but it would look even better in blue.
So, it is now time to find out who the winner of Down Under Season 3 is. And it is Isis Avis Loren. You're a champion. It was clearly her. I was thinking there's a possibility Gabriella could win because we know RuPaul really loves Gabriella. And, there's been times where the winner didn't do the best in the competition, but still took the crown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, maybe this could be that situation. So I'm like, it could be, but I really think it's going to be Isis. And it was. It was. But yeah, like we said earlier, it was just so weird her doing that on an empty stage with no queens in the background.
It was crickets. I was like, you could have at least brought the other queens back.
You at least could have left the floor there and not made her go backstage.
That too.
And then here she comes out here to give her a hug. No, bitch, she should have never left the stage. But that is our season. That is our season. I really enjoyed reviewing this with you. I had an okay time watching it. But welcome to the winner's circle. Okay time. Well, welcome to the winner's circle, Isis. That you're the second Isis to join the winner's circle.
Yes.
There's 2 Rajas. There are 2. There's another pair of names that are the same. There's 2 Rajas, there's 2 Isises, and there's 2 something else, and it's making me mad.
Crystal.
Sasha.
Crystal.
2 Sashas. 2 Sasha. Sasha Velour and Sasha Colby.
Yes.
There's 2 Sashas.
I thought there were 2 crystals. I don't know why I thought there were 2 crystals.
The only crystal right now is Crystal Versace.
Yes.
Get crystallized.
Looked like a blow-up doll at her meet and greet.
Huh?
I said, who looked like a blow-up doll at her meet and greet.
Yeah, like my auntie commented on one of my posts. Is that person real? I'm like, yeah, that's a real person right there, honey.
That's a real person.
Yeah, we were talking right up until that picture was taken. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Where can they find you for the last time, Cresha?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, Pocket Full of Bud Mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Bye.